Ladies and gentlemen, first in the ring from Catskills, Mountain, New York, make welcome Hacksaw Higgins. Across the ring, his opponent is from Knoxville, Tennessee, the world's strongest man, Doug Furnas.
World's strongest man, Doug Furnas. And a big Hacksaw Higgins, got to be in a 320, 330-pound range.
Well, he said he was the world's strongest man, so they're giving him a big load of beef to wrestle. And Jim, I'm just curious, you haven't given us your predictions for tomorrow night at Wrestle War. What do you think's going to happen? Go ahead and give them to us.
Well, I'm going to give them to the fans. I've got a lot to say on the Wrestling Hotline. I'll have my predictions of Wrestle War, the inside information, the injury report, everything tonight on the Wrestling Hotline. 1-900-909-9900. Kids, be sure your parents know you're calling. The inside information tonight on the hotline. Be sure that your parents know you're calling, kids. And we appreciate everybody calling. I'll tell you, we got some good stuff tonight.
Well, since you mentioned that, I'll go ahead and say that if you want to call this Friday night for the Louisville Slugger every Friday with Jim Cornette on the Wrestling Hotline, I'll tell you exactly what happened at Wrestle War. That's this coming Friday on the hotline.
World's strongest man, Doug Furnas. We talked about his background. 619-pound documented bench press. Big Hacksaw Higgins up and over. High leapfrog by Furnas. Great movement in this match. Whoa! Two big men really moving it around. And Higgins all 300 plus up in the air.
He took him about 8 feet in the air. Look at that backflip and a football tackle.
A lot of impact there from the former All-American. Nope.
That's the amazing thing, Jim. That's the amazing thing about Doug Furnas. His agility. He does backflips. He does drop kicks. He does leapfrogs 5 feet in the air. And this all combined with that tremendous strength. What a package.
Furnas waiting impatiently for big Hacksaw Higgins to get back in the ring. Fans, you still have time to call your local cable company and join us tomorrow night in Greensboro. What's Higgins doing?
He's going to jump on him.
Good move there by Higgins. Furnas was talking to the official. And this may be, no, what strength, good grief.
Holy mackerel, he motored Higgins off. I tell you what, we've seen Higgins several times now. He's a rough customer, and he's going to take it to Furnas. But I tell you, this guy has so much potential. Maybe he needs a manager, huh? What do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe he needs a manager. I wonder if I could talk to the guy.
Feet right to the face by big Hacksaw Higgins. Don't forget, fans, the final word tomorrow night on the NWA main event. I hope you'll join Missy Hyatt and I at 6:05 Eastern Time tomorrow night here on TBS. Doom on the program, Cactus Jack. The Andersons take on Tommy Wildfire Rich and Ranger Ross. We'll hear from Ric Flair. We'll hear the last word from Lex Luger. All that and much more this Sunday night at 6:05 exclusively here on TBS.
Kind of a little wrap-up to get everybody familiar with what's happening at 7 o'clock Eastern when Wrestle War starts. And don't forget, kicking that thing off, the Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express, like I said at the top of the program, the Rock and Roll Express have already been derailed in the U.S. Tag Title Tournament by the Midnight Express. Now, we're going to get them out of the NWA.
Furnas goes downstairs, but to no avail. Big Hacksaw Higgins has got the momentum. Belly-to-back suplex. The big man, 6'4", as I said, well over 300 pounds, and Doug Furnas being really tested here. But he powers out again.
This is the stiffest competition that we've seen Furnas up against, but he's showing some guts. He's a fighter.
Young man from Mickey Mantle's hometown of Commerce, Oklahoma. Now makes his home in Knoxville, Tennessee, where he played football for the University of Tennessee.
Did you hear that boot? What do you think, Jim? Does this guy need a manager?
Ooh.
I'd love to talk to this guy.
Yeah, well, I'll give him some advice on that subject.
He wouldn't do anything to me, would he?
Well, he might after I talk to him.
Now, wait a minute.
Big chop there by Furnas. Hammers away. A big Hacksaw Higgins is the big guy. Drop kick. Oh, look at that 360 up and over. Man, what impact. He can really drop kick.
This guy's up in the air more than a Delta pilot. Now he's sending Higgins off again. What moves? What power? Oh, my God.
He got him up and over. Lateral press there. 1, 2, and Higgins in the ropes there. Lance Russell and Chris Cruz will be calling the action on the NWA Wrestling Hotline as it happens tomorrow night from Greensboro. And we're going to try to have Sting on first few moments of that program, so he'll have the chance to talk to a selected amount of fans that call in starting at 7 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night.
Look at Furnas going up to the top rope now. He's coming off. Good night.
Gosh.
He sat down on the man's head.
The world's strongest man. Stays his feet.
Doug Furnas.
We got to take another look at that. What a move.
I tell you what, Higgins after the power slam was just barely able to get his shoulder up, but Furnas slammed him, went to the top, and look at this. Sat down on the man's head. Tremendous agility from the world's strongest man.
And the Road Warriors are next.